Okay, imagine this. What if a country found, like, a superpower against a really terrible disease?
A superpower. Go on.
Yeah, used it incredibly aggressively, and then the whole story just vanished. Almost forgotten.
That sounds like quite a setup. What are we talking about?
The disease was syphilis. And the country, the Soviet Union.
Ah, right. That story. It's definitely a startling piece of medical history, isn't it? Not exactly a gentle approach they took.
Gentle? No, think mandatory.
Hmm.
If you missed your syphilis treatment appointment,
They'd find you?
they'd show up at your workplace.
Yeah.
And if you still didn't go,
Huh.
get this, police escort to the clinic.
Yeah, it wasn't a suggestion. It was a state-enforced public health campaign, top-down.
Seriously enforced.
They had systems to track every single person diagnosed, made sure they got all the treatment. Maximum compliance was the absolute goal.
Using methods that, well, today seem pretty unthinkable.
Right, utterly. We just wouldn't or couldn't do that now. The ethical lines are completely different.
Okay, so it sounds incredibly extreme, intense. But here's the million-dollar question. Did this iron fist thing actually, work?
Did it reduce syphilis?
Yeah, what was the Soviet secret? Did they really crack it?
Well, the reports from the Times suggest the results were pretty dramatic. Syphilis rates apparently plummeted during these periods of intense campaigning.
Really?
By basically forcing everyone who is infected to get the full course of antibiotics, the penicillin treatment, usually, they effectively broke the chain of transmission.
Because everyone got treated, willing or not.
Exactly. What's sort of mind-blowing is the comprehensiveness. They weren't passive. They didn't wait for people to maybe seek help. They actively went out, found cases, and treated them.
So they drastically shrank the number of infectious people walking around.
Precisely. Reducing that reservoir of infection in the whole population, it was aggressive epidemiology in action.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets even stranger for me. If it works so well, this near elimination of a major disease, why isn't this, like, common knowledge?
Yeah, why isn't it a famous public health case study?
Exactly. Why did this story just sort of fade away?
That's a really crucial question. I think part of it is how they did it. The methods, while effective by those reports,
Were deeply problematic.
deeply problematic by certainly modern ethical standards, and perhaps even then, though maybe less openly discussed. It raises huge questions about state power versus individual liberty, even for public health.
So the how overshadows the what, in a way.
It certainly makes it an uncomfortable example. When we
Yeah.
look back at different public health strategies, this one shows the sheer impact that comprehensive, albeit forceful, intervention can have, but at what cost?
Okay,